Well, there's imagination, and then there's Zoomagination. What is that? Well, it's educational animal fun for all ages where you can be hands-on with some of nature's most exciting creatures. And this morning we're delighted to have Roberto Trejo, the owner of Zoomagination, with us in studio. Roberto, thank you for coming. Introduce us to your colorful friend.
Well, this is Legend. He is a blue and gold macaw native to South America.
Okay,
well, that is a beautiful bird.
Tell us first of all, before we start, because you brought a few others, a few friends. Tell us what you do at Zoomagination.
Well, Zoomagination is really a wildlife education company. It's geared toward basically educating people about wildlife, whether it's native or whether it's exotic. Most of our animals came to us as unwanted, abandoned, exotic animals.
Somebody didn't want Legend?
Yeah, at times.
Well,
Legend,
What is the story of Legend?
Well, Legend was adopted when he was about a year old. He belonged to a young girl, and she took good care of him, but it was a little bit too much to handle.
Yeah.
So part of what we discuss is also responsible pet ownership, so that when you go to a pet store and you see a beautiful bird like this, you have to realize these birds live 80 years.
Yeah.
So if you're not prepared for that,
gorgeous.
That's a multi-generational pet.
And it's also important, right, Roberto, when kids encounter animals, you may encounter something in the wild, you don't know how to treat it. This is educational to know how to treat animals that we aren't accustomed to seeing all the time.
Right, exactly. And that's what we do. We talk about a little bit of everything with all kinds of different animals.
Now this guy, he's cool because he lifts that. Is he saying hello?
He's waving hello. Hello. There you go.
Hello, Roberto. Now, you did say, Roberto, that he's not a touch-it kind of bird.
Right. Most birds aren't really big touch animals unless you're trained to do it. But most of the time, birds don't like to be touched. But we do a lot of our animals that we can touch. But there are a few that prefer not to be touched. They just kind of like sit there and look pretty.
All right. Well, in that case, we'll just leave him alone.
Thank you. Did he say bye-bye?
He says bye-bye. There you go.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Legend.
Now, this next one, Roberto, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, this is Joel. Stand over here, Joel, next to me. This is Joel. Yes, he is. Joel is holding a beautiful two-toed sloth. Her name is Sienna, and they're also native to South America.
Okay.
And do they always hold on like that? Is that just what they're accustomed to?
They are built to be upside down. They will never, ever walk on the ground like a dog or a cat. They're built to hang on limbs upside down. So right now she's hanging on to Joel as if he were kind of a tree there.
Now this guy's slow, so what's his defense mechanism? I mean, how can he protect himself?
Well, believe it or not, sloths, even though they are the slowest mammal on the planet, they are built for defense because of their claws and their teeth, and they can move exceptionally fast.
So they'll get around if they have to.
They can get around quickly for a couple of seconds. It's just enough to scare an animal out of a tree. But their defense is really camouflage. They're really meant to be upside down, hanging, and even over time, moss and algae will grow on their hair. They'll turn green, and they'll blend into the rainforest.
Wow.
Now,
how much bigger will this animal get?
She is full grown.
She's full grown.
She's full grown.
And does she like to be touched?
Yes, you can touch her. Go ahead. You're welcome to touch her there. You can see, so she's very well conditioned.
Would it be a good idea for me to hold him?
Well, not yet.
Maybe not, right?
We could, but it might take you a while to get her over there. You know, she is a slow animal.
Right, and she holds on tight. I can tell she's got a grip, doesn't she?
The hair is kind of coarse.
Yes, it is coarse. We do brush it. We do brush it to keep it maintained. But in the wild, they will actually get matted, and even insects will nest on their hair. And they'll make little nests.
Nice.
So that's another form of camouflage. So that way she'll not be able to see them.
Thank you. Okay. Wow.
Now, Emily is holding an animal here that, of course, is in a pouch. Yes.
It's
a never a good thing if they're in a bag.
I was going to say, in a pouch. Is it a kangaroo?
Well, this here is a little marsupial.
Oh, look at that. Oh, you should see all of the iPhones come out with the kids.
So it looks kind of like a kangaroo, but it's a wallaby, right?
Right. This is a wallaby. She is 10 months old. Her name is Jilly, and she is native to Australia. This is a swamp wallaby.
Yeah. So and she's medium-sized?
She is still growing. They'll grow to be 3 feet tall.
What does she eat?
They're herbivores, so they'll eat grasses and leaves and things like that. So they're strictly herbivores, and they're native, of course, to Australia.
What's their protection?
Their protection is their speed. They can bite, they can scratch, but they've also got a powerful kick. So
now,
they're
how
able
fast do they go? I mean,
they can hop about 25 miles an hour out in the open, so they're extremely fast.
So about as fast as a Hyundai or something like that?
Yeah, there you go.
A little faster, maybe the Hyundai's faster.
An electric car.
Look at that.
But
Now, what kind of things do they do? Like when they're just in their natural habitat, do they run? They play? They
graze.
Just sit? They
graze. They're like the deer of Australia, so they'll graze. They hop. They are found in large groups. A lot of people don't realize that when they're in big groups together, they're called mobs. They're not called herds or.
Now, are they in the pouch too, like a kangaroo? Is that?
Yes, they're all raised in a pouch. Only the females have pouches, but they were all raised in a pouch.
Wow, we love the animals that you bought, Roberto. Don't you guys love imagination? Yes. Well, you guys do have a special offer for Great Day SA viewers, is that right?
That's correct.
Tell us about that.
That if you book a program, a school program, or any special event before March 5th, there's a 20% off on all of our programs.
Wow,
That
so
is
listen,
fantastic.
school groups and social groups, if you want a
Yes.
little Zoomagination, go to their website, zoomagination.com. It is where the Wild Kingdom meets your imagination. Isn't that cool,
Well, we
guys?
just learned so much today.
Yes, indeed. All right, everybody, stay with us. We'll be right back. Can the kids go?
Sure, yeah.